Hi there, it's Sarah here from Standing Up to Scoliosis and the Scolio Temple on Instagram. And I am just doing a quick talk today. I'm going to make it a quick one this time because I got my new t-shirt. I finally decided to get like a sort of logo like for my page. I have it on currently. This is on my website. Which I'm just working on at the moment, and I'm doing basically the reason I started my logo and t-shirt is because I'm doing a series. So I'm not working again as a therapist. I'm still rehabbing myself, but I am doing a series of leaflets and flyers to promote, like to give you snippets of my book, which is all going to be on like as much of the latest research on fascia, myofascia, embryology, all like the hot topics on therapy, and like how autoimmune system affects fascia, how breathing affects fascia, how trauma affects the nervous system and fascia, all the different types of nerve receptors that you're going to work on as a therapist to connect the mind and body back together again. I just thought, like, because a lot of this research is new, and some of it, like, a lot of people haven't, like, I had a lot of time obviously during lockdown. I think a lot of us might have maybe had a bit more time to research more and find out more, but because I was really unwell, nearly dying of projecting metal rods and infection, I had lots of time. So I started this book, and this is the logo for my book and for my page, and this was the first brochure leaflet I put out, and each leaflet I put out is going to have a video that matches it where I explain in more detail, and it's also going to have links to other research and YouTube videos where you can, like, you know, check up and read up more on what I'm talking about, you know, like the science of it. I think this first leaflet was, if you've seen it already, it was all about this, just an introduction to fascia world and structural and functional scoliosis. Just a basic introduction to explain, you know, what structural scoliosis might actually be, where it's not just the muscles, it's actually unconsciously the fascia and the smooth muscle cells that fascia produces when there's trauma. So it's very brief. It's talking about that, and the anatomy trains, or the Chinese meridian lines, which have now been proved to be true, how it all connects together, and some structural biotensegrity stuff. So an introduction to that. And introduction to physical therapy techniques and fascial unwinding. So basically, you know, the sort of proof that there is scans now, like more, you know, sensitive ultrasounds, and proof that we are actually unwinding fascia. We are actually changing the structure of the body with physical therapy and massage. Even though in the normal medical scans, you know, none of these show that there's anything wrong. Like, they can't really, all they can see is the bones are curved, but they don't know where that's coming from. Scanning, ultrasound scanning and techniques are getting better at measuring this, and also the link in that brochure has a YouTube video of camera put inside the body. So it's like really important to see this living fascia, rather than just like the dead, like white stuff that surrounds, you know, the like fatty gristly stuff that surrounds the whole body that you would see in a dissection. So yeah, dissections are great, and you can see how everything connects together, but yeah, it's not really the same as a living tissue. So yeah, loads of research out there, and so yeah, just really felt like I need to, you know, as a therapist myself, it's like helped me get better, like, and rehab myself so much. And my whole ethos is all about self-education and self-empowerment. That's my Standing Up to Scoliosis book. It's all the physical therapy stuff and the science and the latest science and research. And another little introduction, I'm also doing, I just started a herbal medicine course as well. So I believe that all rehab has to be holistic and go hand in hand. You can't do one, like get real results without doing a bit of everything. So I've had amazing results from some, you know, nature and herbal remedies. And when you say the word herb, you think of like the green herbs, but I'm talking about all nature remedies. Like I'm talking about roots, berries, food, like everything to do with nature that you could use on the body. And like there's like actually more ways than I realized, like since I've started my course, that you can use these remedies. So before I was just doing mostly like using them in food and teas, infusing them in teas, and like bathing in them in baths, and like infusing them in oils as well, like for massage. But yeah, I didn't realize you can actually like make like pastes, like plasters out of like these roots, and like put them on the spine and things. Like it's just so grounding and like anchoring for all the tendons, and helps like clear detox stuff out as well, and helps you know, like change circulation in the body. Because yeah, like the scoliosis, like obviously a lot of the research has shown, and I'll do an introduction to the causes of scoliosis in my scientific book as well. But yeah, there's like definitely like links with toxins and like other causes that aren't just like physical forces altering the posture. So I think it's quite multifactorial, complex condition that's not just about doing the physical exercises to correct the posture, which is what I initially thought. Oh my god, my posture's wonky. Like, you know, I did professional dance training. I'm like, this dance training, if that can't sort my posture out, then what can? And it didn't sort my posture out. And actually a lot of dance training, actually I know now, actually it exacerbates the hyperextension, turning the hips out too much. And although I did do a lot of contemporary dance as well, and like tap dance and rhythms, but it's still yeah, like it was still like ballet every morning. It was still, so yeah, that was like, might have been more unhelpful in some ways, but I loved it. My body was very drawn to it and felt at home in that place. But yeah, sidetracking, I wanted to make a brief video. Oh my god. So yeah, like one book on the science and the physical therapy, another book on like a handbook on herbal remedies, all stuff you can make at home, like all food and herbs and naturopathic sort of things. So I'm not like I'm not a qualified dietitian or nutritionist, so I can't really speak like too much on those subjects, but anything I learned on my herbal course I will include there. Lots of amazing remedies. Obviously, yeah, like it's there's not like a huge body of research for herbal medicine for scoliosis in particular, because I've seen herbalists in the past and they've told me they've searched through the research and they found this like herb, and so yeah, I don't think there's too much research, but I will include whatever research I can find in my herbal remedy handbook. But it might be a lot talking about what worked for me as well, like if there's not much, you know, I've been told there's not much research there with the herbs. And then I'm doing a third book called My Bones, My Body, which is all about just my personal journey, how I have rehabbed myself, and personal journey from first being diagnosed, having to have surgery, doing my professional dance training, like being encouraged by surgeons, you know, do as much as possible, still live your dreams, you know, show off what this surgery can do. But yeah, like that, obviously, yeah, that might be a common story like that a lot of people experience, but then obviously down the line, the problems the rods cause. So it's like just the autobiography of my whole journey, having the rods taken out, then and rehabbing myself from lots of muscle wastage, and then being able to actually work and help correct the alignment of my spine once the rods were out. So that's 3 books. And then I thought, oh, there is a 4th book as well. So the 4th book is all about like art and creative writing therapy. So it's like it's kind of like a children's book, or like well, it's not all for children, but it's like a book of short stories and poetry that I have written that have like divinely inspired me, like on my journey of how to get better. And so there's stories of like animals and nature and all this sort of poetry, you know, this sort of thing. And obviously because the body is like similar to nature inside as outside. Yeah, a lot of these stories I wrote first, like sort of while I was sort of, oh, I was inspired or I meditated or something. And they guided me, you know, and I drew some pictures as well, like, but I'm not an artist. So some of the pictures in my books will be illustrated by other people, but some of them will be done by me, and I will put a label if it's my own drawing. But yeah, all these things like the drawings and the art for, you know, writing helped. There's a story of how it helped guide my physical exercises and my herbs and food and things that I did that got me better personally, because I think everyone has a personal journey that they go on of things that work for them. And then if you can tap into your creative sort of like conscious place, then you can find the right things for you specifically. So yeah, that's 4 books like that I'm working on. I've got a lot to work on. I don't know which. I think the stories and the poetry will be the one that comes out first, because that's the one I've like nearly finished, because I've like had to do that to get myself better. And yeah, then the other, then maybe, yeah, I don't know what order the other ones will come out in. But yeah, so because I haven't been able to work for quite a long time as a physical therapist because of all the disability and problems the rod's caused, yeah, I figured I'd just write loads of books, and like maybe if I can never do, you know, hands-on body work and massage again, at least I've got my books. At least I've like focused in on the research where maybe other people don't have time for that. And yeah, just this is why I started my page, Standing Up to Scoliosis. It was only like a few years ago when I got really ill, basically. I was like, I need to start this page, like I need to share information and find things back that's going to help me, like so yeah, like I love like everyone to contribute on my page and share back things that have helped them, and like share research and anything like that, really, because I just think that it's a complex condition and people need to take sort of power and control of getting themselves better if they have scoliosis. Like it's not like just one injury, like sports injury you have, you know, or one particular illness where you're like, oh, I'll just go and see a person, they'll give me some medicine, or I'll just go and have like a massage and just get some exercise for this specific injury. Scoliosis is like so affecting the whole body and all the systems, and like during our development, a lot of us, like if we have it as we're teenagers, so definitely self-empowerment. Yeah, I want to sort of be able to guide people because of everything I've been through and how like things I've figured out along the way, and all the courses and training I've done as well. It just sort of made sense, really. But yeah, that's an introduction to the page in particular and to all the things I'm working on. So yeah, I was going to make this video short, so I'm probably boring you all to tears now, and I hope yeah, I hope any of these things can be of interest. And yeah, I hope people literally want to share back and comment, and all this stuff would be amazing. All right, thank you. Bye.